It's a chilly winter evening in Tokyo, and as people hurry home past Shibuya Station, there's one figure that never moves from his spot by the exit. Day after day, through the snow and rain, he sits in the same place, his eyes fixed on the station's entrance. His name: Hachiko, an Akita dog, and for over 9 years, he waits in this very spot, hoping to see his owner again, even though he'll never come. Stick around to find out how Hachiko's loyalty touched an entire country, and why his story still resonates around the world today. If heartwarming stories of loyalty and devotion inspire you, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell, so you never miss a story that reminds us of the best in life. It all began in 1924 when a young professor named Hidesaburo Ueno adopted a fluffy, cream-colored Akita puppy and named him Hachiko. Hachiko was a gift from one of Ueno's former students, and he quickly became the professor's loyal companion. The bond between Hachiko and Ueno was immediate, a connection that went far beyond the typical owner-pet relationship. The two were inseparable, and Hachiko was a daily fixture in Ueno's life, following him whenever he could and eagerly waiting for his return when he couldn't. Each morning, Hachiko would accompany Ueno to Shibuya Station, where Ueno would board the train to Tokyo Imperial University, where he taught agricultural engineering. And like clockwork, Hachiko would be back in the same spot at the station each afternoon, waiting for Ueno's train to pull in. Rain, snow, or sunshine, Hachiko was there, ready to walk his best friend home. For the first year, their routine remained unchanged. The people who worked in and around Shibuya Station began to recognize Hachiko and looked forward to seeing him every day. He became something of a local celebrity, the loyal Akita who would sit patiently by the station exit, his eyes searching the crowd for his beloved owner. But then in May 1925, something heartbreaking happened. Ueno never came home. That day, while at the university, Ueno suffered a sudden brain hemorrhage and passed away unexpectedly. He didn't return to Shibuya Station that afternoon or ever again. But Hachiko, not understanding why his owner wasn't there, refused to leave his post. Day after day, he returned to the same spot, waiting to see Ueno walk through the station doors. For the first few days, people thought Hachiko would eventually stop coming, maybe even find a new family. But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Hachiko's vigil continued. Every day, he returned to Shibuya Station, unwavering in his routine. Station workers, commuters, and shop owners began to take notice. They would offer him scraps of food and water, and over time, they too came to cherish Hachiko's loyalty. But it wasn't just the people in the station who noticed Hachiko. One of Ueno's former students, who had studied Akitas, learned of Hachiko's daily ritual and was deeply moved by the dog's loyalty. He started to document Hachiko's story, writing articles about him, and soon, the dog's story began to spread. Newspapers across Japan published articles about the loyal dog waiting for his deceased owner, and Hachiko became a symbol of unwavering loyalty and devotion. As Hachiko's story grew, more and more people began to visit Shibuya Station just to see him. They brought treats, blankets, and even tried to coax him away, thinking he might be happier in a new home. But Hachiko remained steadfast, always returning to the same spot every afternoon, waiting for Ueno's train to arrive. By now, years had passed, but Hachiko's routine never wavered. Seasons changed, Tokyo transformed, yet Hachiko continued his daily vigil. He had become a national treasure, representing a depth of loyalty that resonated deeply with the Japanese people. In 1934, nearly a decade after he first started waiting, a bronze statue of Hachiko was erected outside Shibuya Station in his honor. There was an unprecedented tribute to a dog, and Hachiko himself was present at the ceremony, surrounded by a crowd who had come to celebrate his story of loyalty. With his statue immortalizing his vigil, Hachiko continued to wait, even as age caught up to him. By now, he was no longer the young, sprightly dog who had once bounded alongside Ueno on his way to the station. He had grown frail, and his fur had lost its luster, yet his spirit remained unbroken. On March 8, 1935, after nearly 10 years of waiting, Hachiko passed away at his post outside Shibuya Station. The news of Hachiko's passing was met with an outpouring of grief across Japan. People mourned him as they would a national hero. The day he died, thousands of people gathered at Shibuya Station to pay their respects to the dog, who had shown a loyalty so profound it had left an indelible mark on an entire nation. Hachiko was laid to rest beside Ueno in Aoyama Cemetery, so he could finally be reunited with his beloved owner. But even after his death, Hachiko's legacy continued to grow. He had come to represent something much more than loyalty to one man. He embodied loyalty as a way of life, a commitment that endures no matter the cost. His story has since been told and retold in books, movies, and statues, reaching across cultures and generations to touch hearts around the world. To this day, people still visit Hachiko's statue at Shibuya Station, leaving flowers, letters, and treats as tributes to his memory. But what makes Hachiko's story so powerful isn't just his loyalty, but what it says about the bond between humans and animals. Here was a dog who continued to wait, against all odds, not out of habit but out of genuine devotion. Hachiko's story reminds us that love and loyalty are not just human traits, they are values that can be found across species, in beings who often understand them far more deeply than we realize. Today, the statue of Hachiko outside Shibuya Station remains one of Tokyo's most beloved landmarks, a reminder of the profound bond that exists between humans and their animal companions. Every year, on the anniversary of his death, people gather at the statue to honor Hachiko's memory. And as they do, they are reminded of the lesson he taught, that love and loyalty are worth waiting for, no matter how long it takes. Hachiko's story shows us that love and loyalty can surpass time, distance, and even death. His devotion has touched millions and will continue to inspire those who hear it. So, next time you're in Tokyo, stop by Shibuya Station to visit Hachiko's statue, and remember the remarkable dog who never stopped waiting for the friend he loved most. If Hachiko's incredible story of loyalty touched your heart, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more inspiring animal tales. Share this video with your friends and family so they can experience the magic of Hachiko's devotion too. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to bring you more amazing stories soon.